Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 5, I believe, of Death on the Pitch. This is the playoff edition. So first of all, let's get started by looking at the results from the last round. So we had the Holloway Harlequins versus the Cutie Patooties. Cutie Patooties picked up a 2-1 victory there. It was a pretty entertaining game, actually. We'll have a look into that in a bit more detail a bit later on. Then, unfortunately, Leffe was unavailable for his game. That ended a 2-1 admin win for Crazy, which means he cemented that first place. And also, unfortunately, for Leffe, it means he's not able to try and play into the semi-finals. Dead Inside Out versus the Stabby Stabbingtons. This is probably the most important game of the week. It had two of our playoff hopefuls playing each other. Very close game, a very interesting game, and the Stabbingtons managed to pull off a 2-1 win to perhaps secure themselves a place in the semi-finals. Next up, we had one of the most stressful games of my life. A 1-0 victory for the Corona Crushers over the Jurassic Raptors. It was a must-win games in terms of securing a playoff place. It meant that I didn't go into any point differences or having to play an additional game or anything like that. So that win actually secured playoffs for me, which was great. Raw Remains versus Knights on the Tiles ended 0-0. And then finally, Miggy Wolfenstein versus the Blackmore Knights. Now, we actually have our play of the week from this game. An absolute brutal game. Wolfenstein picked up a 2-0 win, and they actually look like a really strong team for next season as well. The Blackmore Knights, I believe, have been retired, and Cammy will be entering a new team for Season 3. If we look at the leaderboard, where does that place us? Crazy at the top with 9 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. Abnorman with his Cutie Patooties, 8-1-2. Myself with the Corona Crushers at 7-2-2. Probably my best online record for a while, actually. And then we have 3 teams all stuck on 6-1-4. This is what made this round so difficult. Our sort of protocol is, if there's 2 teams tied for a space, they just play a match, see who wins, and then go into the playoffs. But obviously with 3 coaches, you can't do that. So we had a look at their head-to-head records, and each coach had beaten and lost to another coach. So we had a circle there as well, which sort of evened everything out. So we couldn't pick a winner that way either. So then we had to look at points difference. So if we look at the touchdown and the casualty difference, 2 of the teams, so the Undead and the Elves, were actually negative points. So I think Leo Loco was -7, Callum was -14, I believe, maybe 14. But the Orcs actually had quite a lot of touchdowns, and they had a ton of casualties. So that sort of pushed them over, which gives them our 4th place spot and pops them into the playoffs. So well done, guys. Well done for everyone that's taken part so far this season. It's been incredible. It's not over yet. So there is going to be plenty of opportunities to play some games over the next week or so. Now, we know our final 4. We have 1 week to get our playoffs done, so each coach has already received a ticket, if you could accept those. Remember, guys, the way our seasons work is we have brackets. So season 1, 2, and 3 are a bracket, and teams can exist within that timeline. Season 4, 5, and 6 will be their own separate brackets. So even if you start a new team for season 3, you cannot carry them over for season 4. Everyone will be starting fresh. Now, if you are new to the league, or if you are looking to re-roll your team, we have a few different options for you. The first option is you take a brand new 1000 TV team, see how you get on. As you can see, though, we have a couple of really high team value teams, so it might not go that great. If you have a CCL team, or a team that's played in the CCL that is worth 1,600 points and no more, you are able to enter those guys. Or we will allow you to build a custom team at a 1,250 team value. They're not allowed to play any other games, but yeah, you're allowed to create a custom team. The reason why the team value difference is so much is because the custom team, you're not taking any risks. I know I've been trying to level up a Khemri team, and I've lost 3 Team Guardians in 2 days. So having to create a custom team and being able to put the points on the exact players I want is a huge advantage that you don't get if you sort of level up. For everyone who hasn't made the playoffs, or for people using a CCL team that isn't quite at 1,600 points yet, the pre-season ladder is now open, so you're allowed to join that with your teams and arrange some friendly games. No limit on playing a coach multiple number of times, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure the games are competitive. If we've got one coach letting someone else run in 6 touchdowns, we'll probably jump on that pretty quick. So make sure that you're both playing to win. But by all means, if you want to play against the same person a couple of times, absolutely do that. That's fine. Lovely. So, matchups for this week. The first one we have Stabby Stabbingtons. Now, they have grown quite a bit, so they're 1660. We've got a level up on this Black Orc here, so I'm expecting piling on, to be honest. But he's going to be a nice killer piece. He's got 13 players now. He's picked up a Goblin Troll with block, and this is looking like a really nice team. No stat freaks or anything like that, but a very, very solid team indeed. They are going up against the other Orc team. There is around maybe a 60k TV difference, so not a huge amount. Actually, let's check how much gold they're sat on. They're sat on 190, so actually it's going to be a bit more. So there's potential inducement options for the Stabby Stabbingtons. Crazy's team though, let's take a look at these guys. Again, you've seen them all season, just absolute stat freaks, loads of might blow, loads of tackle, loads of guard, loads of agility. An awesome team, finally in the playoffs. They've got 150 gold pieces. I wonder if they bring back their troll or not. Be interested to see. But yeah, I'm super excited this game. Earlier on in the season when they played, Spectre actually nearly won the game, and then Crazy managed to turn him over and go back the other way. So yeah, it was a really interesting game. Playoff number 2, you've got myself, so the Chrono Crushers. Again, it's actually a pretty nice team now I look at it. So we've got a Guard, Stand Firm, Beast. You've got block on all the Nurgle Warriors, which is awesome. You've got Mighty Blow on 2 of them. Got an absolutely amazing ball carrier, so Sure Hands, 2 Heads, and Dodge. He really needs block, but right now he's pretty safe. We've got our killer, so Block, Claw, Mighty Blow, although to be fair, against AV7 the Claw doesn't really do that much. We've got a Dirty player and a Tackle Rotter as well, who's actually out for the next game. We are playing the Cutie Patooties. So this is Abnorman's team. He's on 11 players. There's quite a lot of TV difference, so 1540. Hang on. Where's he gone? Oh, actually, no, there's only 10k team difference. Okay, I was going insane. Norm's got 90 in the bank, but he can't do a lot with it. He'll probably be able to get like maybe a bribe or something like that, or maybe he might go for an apothecary to make sure that he has a team left for the finals should he get there. But he's got a really nice team. He's got a couple of piling on pieces, a bit of tackle, some guard, and a Claw Mighty Blow player. So this will be something to watch out for. But it's only Armor 8, and the Nurgle team also have Claw Mighty Blow. So it'll be interesting to see how long that piece stays on the board. A rookie off that he's just brought in, which will be a bit of a pain to deal with, but again, no block, so it's not the most reliable player. There's also 3 niggling injuries as well, so we could see some early casualty removals. Brilliant. So now that we've looked at that, we are going to go and have a look at the play of the week. Thanks, everyone. Play of the week. Okay, guys, so the play of the week this week comes from the Blackmore Knights versus Miggy Wolfenstein. You'll see that the Knights are able to get a 2 dice hit on the ball, despite having the Necro in a good position. Go for the dodge out here. Fails the first one, but make it with the reroll, and then gets a 1 on the pickup. So that's turnover, unfortunately. So while they were able to knock the ball free, they weren't able to really activate any of their other players. Wolfenstein come back by knocking one of the beasts down, pushing the other one off the ball. Boom! And then killing the big hanged goat. Regen is not a thing on them because they're not Nurgle. I just remembered. And Wolfenstein now look to secure the ball. And by secure the ball, I mean stamp on a unsuspecting goat. Boom. Straight death. So that's 2 straight deaths within a couple of seconds. The second one was really painful. It was the block, extra arms, 2 head goat, which was really the star of the team. That's our play of the week, and Miggy, you are an absolute savage. And now, back to the studio. Yeah, Miggy, that was absolutely savage, man. Feel pretty bad. Normally we do bounties, but as we're going into the playoffs, I think there's enough sort of stress and hype around the games as they are. So there's going to be no bounties this week. Again, I just wanted to thank everyone who has taken part in the league so far. Just a huge thank you. A couple of announcements. Obviously, Arknalax has stepped up to become a admin, so thank you very much, Ark. Norman as well. Norman has also stepped up to be an admin on the league, so there'll be 3 of us now for any decision makings and anything like that. So hopefully we'll be able to give you guys fair rule updates and things like that in the coming weeks. We've also started our own sort of DOTP, Death on the Pitch TV. So there's quite a few of us that are going to be streaming some of the games. So far, we've had myself, Arknalax, we've had Norman, we've had Spectra stream some, we've had Sir Lags-a-Lot, I believe, has streamed some, and also Show Me Magic. So for those guys that have covered our games so far, thank you so much. I want to try and get you guys more involved in this and not just cover them all myself. And we've also got a couple of others that have put their hand up as well. So we're going to try and cover more of the games over the next season or 2. But yeah, thank you everyone for taking part. I'm going to roll the end credits, and then at the end, just like a Marvel movie, there's going to be a little clip for you guys. So I hope you enjoy. And good luck in the playoffs, everyone, apart from anyone that plays me. Cheers. Okay.
Taking a long time to think about what he's doing here.
He failed the GFI.
Oh, he's got the reroll.
Oh, of course it was a fucking skull.
Oh, that is unlucky.
He basically just rolled double 1. Yeah.
I don't know why Norm's even playing around.
Oh my god!
There we go. Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh, the double fail! He's lost!
What the fuck? Oh my god.
I called it, mate. Stabby Stabbingtons for the win.
Snake Eyes. We thought it was over. The thing is, like, I was sad for Loz because